Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrine. I am a head PM with Magic, and today we're interviewing Nikita D, who was a previous mentee and now is a mentor. So she probably has a lot of interesting things to share with us today. Thank you so much for your time today, Nikita. Can you start introducing yourself, your name, where you're from? And where do you live?
Hi everyone, my name is Nikita D. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm studying computer science at Georgia Tech. I'm in my senior year, and I'm from and I grew up in Boca Raton, Florida. And like outside of like school, like I love watching reality TV, spending time with family and friends, and just like meeting new people, which I've done a lot of with getMAGIC.
When were you first introduced to magic? Do you remember what was this year?
Yeah, so my first session with getMAGIC was, I believe, summer 2020. And so during like the time like COVID just hit, I was a junior in high school and I was getting like very bored and it was just like looking for stuff to do. And I think like my mom actually like knew someone who was involved with getMAGIC. And so she mentioned it to me and I was like, okay, like I'll go ahead and apply. Like it'll be like something good to do to just like spend my time with. And so I just applied like out of the blue. I didn't really expect like anything was gonna come of it. But then I ended up getting in and I ended up doing like an online session. I think at the time getMAGIC was like purely based in like California too. So I got like very lucky because everything was online for COVID. And I just had like a great time just like having something to do and like learning like how to create a project in STEM. Because also like as a high schooler, I didn't really have any experience like doing like a long-term project that was like over even like a week. Because all I'd done at the time was just like homework assignments that take like an hour, 2 hours. So it was great to like work on something from start to finish.
While you were in school, were you already interested in STEM? Were you taking any extra classes or doing something that was STEM, more STEM aligned?
So I was like interested in STEM. I really like at the time really liked like my computer science class and I really liked like coding. At the time I was like just learning like rudimentary, like I was learning Java at the time. And I also really liked like my calculus classes, but I never really like went out of my way to like pursue STEM, like outside of just like enjoying my classes. I didn't know that was like an option.
Got it. And I think you mentioned a little bit, but when you applied to be part of Magic of the Magic program, what were you hoping to get out of Magic apart from helping with your boredom?
Yeah, apart from just like being bored, I honestly just like wanted to like meet people in like the STEM industry and I wanted like someone I could like confide in, like a mentor figure, you know? Like I
Yeah.
wanted someone I can confide in and ask for advice and like what I could do to like learn more about STEM because like even like in high school like I was one out of like four girls in like my like math classes and like computer science classes.
And do you remember what was your project that you did?
Yeah, I think my first project was called like Coronacation, and it was like games and stuff to educate people about like COVID, like specifically like
Okay.
younger people. Um, and at the time, like I thought like the projects had to be like life-changing, like new invention stuff. So I like completely like bit off more than I could chew. But it was cool. Like I learned HTML a little bit and CSS.
And how was the process?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I thought like the project had to be something like super innovative and something like never before seen. Um, so I spent like a lot of time, I would say at least like 25% of like my session just like deciding on a project and like changing the idea. Um, so I think like I originally just knew I wanted to do something with COVID because it was just like such a new
Mm.
thing. Um, and then I don't know, like games are fun. So I just like landed on like games. Um, and it just like sort of came together. But I think like one of the things that helped me with deciding was just like narrowing like my audience and um like determining like who like my project would like actually cater to. And then I spent also like I would say like 50% of the time after that actually learning like HTML because I thought that's kind of how I wanted to learn do your website because I wanted to like build it from like scratch. And so I spent a lot of time doing that with like Code Academy and like a lot of the meetings with like my mentor would be just like asking questions and being like, what more can I do to learn it? And at the time, like ChatGPT was like not a thing too. So I was just like using the internet and like code resources. And then I would say like the last 25% was like actually designing like the front end, like and making it look nice.
I was gonna ask something. Oh, about the choosing the project. I think it's a cool process for you to be able to choose anything to work on, right?
Yeah, me too.
Normally in school you have to do, but you normally you have a topic, you and it was so interesting that you had this freedom to spend a quarter of your time narrowing down on what exactly you wanted to do, right?
Mhm.
And do you remember about anything that was like an aha moment or something that was that really made a difference or just got stuck with you from your experience with magic?
I think like the main thing I like learned is like I kind of treat like getMAGIC more as like about the journey rather than like the destination of like learning something. And I think like my main aha moment like the first time is like a mentee where I was like, okay, like this does not have to be like groundbreaking, like new invention. Like it's more about like your growth and like your progress, like learning something. So I think that's what was like groundbreaking for me.
That's very interesting to know. Um, and well, this is a big question, so I'll break it down. How did you, in hindsight, how do you see that magic impacted you personally first?
Um, I would say personally, it made me a lot like more confident as as a mentee, especially with just like vocalizing like what I want to do and what I don't want to do. Um, because I had so much like authority over my project and it really like helped me like I guess like have a voice and I like translated that into like the classroom where I felt like more confident because like the whole summer like I had an adult like being like okay like this is a good
Mhm.
idea and so I had like the confidence to go talk to like all like these boys like in my classes and be like yeah like I think this is what we should do. So I would say it definitely gave me confidence with like the support system backing me. And then I would also say help me like organize a project too because again, it was like my first time organizing like a big project for 2 months. And like through like trial and error, I saw that like um it's like good to like plan it like week by week and stuff like that.
Cool. And I think some of these things will probably apply to my next question. That is, how did magic, your experience with magic, impact you academically? You're going through this process now.
Yeah, I would say 100% like the confidence thing where like I don't feel like unsure of myself and like I'm comfortable also like being wrong. Cause I would say like before that I was so like scared to speak up and stuff because like given that there weren't that many like women in the classroom, I felt like I was speaking on like behalf of like all the women in STEM. And like I don't want to say something dumb because like it'll just make
Hmm.
women look dumb, you know? But like I
Wow,
realized like it's okay to like be wrong and stuff.
that's an amazing point. Um, to feel this pressure, right? Like, for you to share of
Yeah.
this pressure of speaking on behalf of I don't know, 4, 6 girls that are the minority in the class. Um, really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Uh, and do you, so I think you are not working currently, right?
No, I'm not currently working. I'm a college student and I just did like an internship over the summer.
Oh, okay. Um, do you have anything to share from your internship that you think maybe participating with Magic has impacted or helped you in any way for your this internship experience?
Yeah, I would say like asking questions and like from like my experience like asking like my mentors like questions and like oh like I want to like go this way and stuff like really like translated to the workplace where I felt comfortable like asking my manager or whoever was giving me like my tasks like oh like if I don't understand something like clarifying questions.
And now to wrap up this section, um, what did you learn anything about yourself throughout the program?
Yeah, I would say the main thing I learned from like my experience at getMAGIC, besides like confidence, was just like talking to people. And I would say I learned a lot, like especially like this session as a mentor, with just like giving advice and like trying to make it more about like personal growth as well as like academic and like STEM growth. Because my like mentee right now is like starting like the same like middle school that I just went to. So that's been like, well, not just went to,
Mm.
but that I went to a while ago. Um, so it's been really cool, like giving advice, like specific advice, and like kind of trying, like helping her like build her confidence as well, and like giving back like the same way like my previous mentors did for me. So it's been like very rewarding.
That's cool. That's good to hear. Um, Now we're gonna talk a little bit about maybe your current life.
Okay.
You already said, but I will ask again, what you're doing now.
Yeah, so right now I'm a senior finishing up my Bachelor of Science in Computer Science at Georgia Tech. And then after this semester, I plan on starting my master's degree also at Georgia Tech in human computer interaction.
That's cool. Uh, that would be really cool, and we hope you can continue uh, to be a mentor with Magic.
Yeah, I
I
want
know
to.
that things get busy, but definitely the experience you're gonna gain in this field will be so valuable to the girls that will join Magic in the future. Um, Maybe this is a little repeated. I'll ask you anyway in case you have anything extra to share. Your magic experience or the project you worked on helped you in any unexpected ways?
I would say like at like the time, I would say like the most unexpected way was just like being comfortable, like talking to like adults in like a more like casual way. Cause like at the time, like all of the adults, I mean, still would get magic or like authority figures. So it feels kind of like scary and like intimidating to like talk to them. So it felt like I don't know. I just started to feel like more comfortable like talking to adults because like I was talking to my mentor and she was so like friendly and like was really like trying to get to know me and just like chat. Where like in like school, like I don't really chat with like my teachers, you know? And that's like something like I've been trying to do with like my like mentees as well. It's just like get to know them.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, And what would you say to a girl that is thinking about joining Magic, doesn't know anything about Magic, or what she can get out of this program, or even about the STEM field? They're curious but not sure about it. Um, what would you tell them? Any advice, any motivation to come and explore?
I mean, yeah, I would just tell them like just try it out. Like it's okay to like fail, like and it's okay to like if it doesn't work out. But it's like you're given kind of like the opportunity and resources to like literally do like anything you want. So it's like hard to not enjoy.
If you could go back and talk to your younger self, the Nikita before magic, what would you say to her?
Um, I would like just tell her like to not like put like so much like pressure on yourself because I didn't really have like a good idea of like what Get Magic was like prior to doing it. So I thought it was like a very, very like high stakes like situation because all I knew like prior to it was that like era like was like a part of Google and I was like, oh wow, like I use
Mm-hmm.
Google, you know? Like so I thought it was like a very, very like high stakes like professional thing and to some extent like it is professional like you are creating a project like you are working with people but like it is okay to like try things and fail so I would just yeah like I would just tell her like it's okay, you know.
Why or how do you think programs like Magic that give opportunity to like girls, middle school, high school girls to develop this connection with an example, maybe figure in STEM and develop skills, different types of skills in a program. How are these programs important? How and why are they important for society, for girls, for in general?
Yeah, I think they're very important because they create like a support system for like girls in STEM to like meet other girls that are like doing the same thing. Because I think like a lot of times like STEM can feel like very intimidating and like especially like if it's not like catered to girls or like some other demographic, very like male centered. And then it's like, why do you want to be like surrounded with like boys all day? Like um, and so it can feel like you don't see yourself, and then it's like, why would like someone want to do something if like you're not going to be like making friends and like things like that? So I think it just creates like a safe space for like women to like feel comfortable, um, while also like learning about something.
All right, I think this wraps up. It's the first time I'm using these questions in the interview. It went pretty quick actually.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's been yeah like 30 minutes.
yeah. So I'll give you half an hour back. But to wrap up, do you remember if you have any pictures with your mentor?
I think I have one from like every like session I've done. I think it's the one in like the presentations. So I could
Okay, then
probably
I
find
can get
them
it.
back. Yeah.
If it's in the presentation, I can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you didn't get to meet your mentor in person, right? Because of COVID. And have you mentored anyone that was close to you?
Yeah, actually I was going to meet my like mentee because like the timing worked because I was in Florida for a week in summer break and she also was in Florida, like my
Okay,
current mentee. But I think like the timings just didn't work out.
got it. Do you have a favorite quote to share that resonates with you and that you think could resonate with the other girls considering magic?
Yeah, this is kind of like a motivational quote. I saw, I think, in like math class or something in seventh grade, and it's dreams only work if you do. Like,
Perfect.
teaching people that, like, yeah, like hard work, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there is some value, but there's no value
Mhm.
in just dreaming and not acting on.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was really cool to get to know a little bit more of you, Nikita. As a mentee too, I was not with Magic yet, I think. And I'm not sure when this, like, oh, I can turn off the recording.